I am not ashamed to admit that by the end of Plusaversary, I was a little bit emotional. This is a quite short, it's about 5 minutes, and it encompasses everything that Disney now is. The narrative itself is relatively interesting, but the animation is spectacular, and the music is as well is incredible. I'm trying to not spoil it until a little bit later on into this discussion. I will keep it spoiler free to begin with. But basically, Plusaversary was released in 2021, directed by David Silverman, and it's designed to be a promo for Disney Plus as it entered its second year. And it's designed to basically say, this is all of the amazing content you can get on Disney Plus. So we have the Simpsons characters there, of course. It is set in Moe's Tavern. We have the Simpsons, of course, we have classic Disney characters, Marvel characters, Star Wars, basically characters from every franchise that Disney owns, which is incredible because I'm a very big Disney fan, and I'm particularly a very big Disney fan with regards to the classics. I particularly love the 1920s and 1930s Disney animations. I think they're splendid. I love the origin stories of a lot of the classic characters, but obviously I've grown up with basically all of the Disney characters over the years, and this just shows just how far Disney has come. And when you think of Walt Disney in his garage drawing these little laughograms, I don't think he ever could have imagined that his little Walt Disney Studios, which continued to grow and grow until his death and of course onwards, despite some financial difficulties, would ever become what it is today. And while it's affected people emotionally over the years, I think now more than ever a lot of us depend on Disney for escape, for a dose of happiness, for a glimpse back to childhood when things were happier and easier. I don't think Walt Disney ever could have envisioned quite how colossal this empire would become, and this 5 minute short encapsulates that perfectly. So there is a narrative to it. There's a queue outside Moe's Tavern. Homer approaches Maleficent. Maleficent is taking off the names, and a couple of classic characters go in, Tinkerbell, a couple of others. Homer's name is not on the list. And then Goofy appears, and Goofy doesn't have a +1, so Homer sneaks inside the tavern with Goofy as his +1. I don't know why Homer wasn't invited, by the way. I don't think that was ever established. But once we get into Moe's Tavern, everywhere you look, there is a Disney character, Marvel, Star Wars, obviously the Simpsons, and they are all going about their business, they are all intertwined, they interact with one another, and it's phenomenal. I've only watched this once, because I wanted to quickly get this discussion out while everything was still bubbling over in my mind, but you cannot watch this just once. I will go back and watch it again, and probably many times after that, because there are so many characters that I definitely didn't absorb all of them, and I want to kind of look again at the way they interact with each other. So there will be probably a few spoilers from now. That's the basic concept. The animation is amazing. The narrative is relatively interesting. Lisa explains why this event is happening. She comes in and sings this very Disney princess-esque song about Disney Plus and what you can expect to find on the service, and that's absolutely beautiful. A couple of spoilers from now for specific things that I wanted to mention. I got a little bit overexcited. I was really swept up with the emotions of this. And when everybody was silent, this is a spoiler because it's, for me, one of the most moving moments. All of the characters were silent, and somebody just said, "It's the boss," and Mickey's shadow is in the doorway, and I just thought, this is incredible. And we could hear the Mickey Mouse theme song, "Who's the leader of the gang that's made for you and me," etc. And gang or club? I can't remember. And of course it wasn't. It was Bart, and it felt kind of anticlimactic, but also kind of a relief, because Mickey Mouse is Disney. Mickey Mouse is the representative of Disney, and it just, I don't know. I was kind of relieved it wasn't him in a way. I felt like that's still something that's anticipatory. Maybe when they do the 3rd anniversary or the 2nd anniversary, maybe we'll get a little glimpse of Mickey. But it was moving. It was emotional, and just seeing all of these characters, just it's phenomenal. I will say, I have to say, Donald Duck's voice was not good. I don't know why. First of all, I don't know who voiced Donald, and I will say, my apologies for saying this, but the casting there isn't very good. Donald's voice just did not sound like Donald, and I'm not sure why they didn't get any of the current voices of Donald to do it. There are various different shows that are still being produced where we have actors doing a really decent Donald Duck voice, but the rest of them, I thought, Dan Castellaneta voiced Donald Duck, who also voices Homer. So I can see that being a thing. An easy route into getting somebody who's already on the roster to voice Donald Duck. Maybe it was just a money-making easy thing. I don't think too many people are going to be that bothered. It just bothered me because I'm actually a very, very big fan of Donald Duck. I really love Donald Duck, so I'm very, very particular about his voice. But honestly, it was a minor thing. We have amazing supporting characters as well, like the Broomstick from Fantasia, and honestly, I just I can't believe how absolutely incredible this is. The film that the Dalmatians are watching, just so many little details that I definitely haven't picked up on all of them. It's absolutely fantastic. It truly is phenomenal. If you haven't seen it and you're a Disney fan, I promise you will absolutely love it. You will truly, truly adore this. I'd love to know as well if any of your favourite characters were not in this. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who I didn't see, who I would have wanted to. Was the Evil Queen in this? What about the Queen of Hearts? I'm going to have to go back and watch it and kind of see which my favourites were in it. The scene with Happy and Grumpy I thought was a little bit peculiar. The characters were very pessimistic actually a lot of the time, which was very weird. But it was stunning. All of these different characters from all of these different facets of Disney coming together in one popular, iconic location. It wouldn't have been as meaningful if they just shoved them in a random, generic location. The fact that this is done as a Simpsons short just makes it work on a whole other level. Having said that, when Disney bought Fox, and then obviously they went on to buy Star Wars from Lucasfilm, and then Marvel, or the other way on, I thought, this isn't Disney. This doesn't work for me as Disney. But when you see it like this, yeah, no, it does. It really does. It's stunning. It's only 5 minutes, maybe even under 5 minutes, but every second of those minutes was absolutely beautiful. If you're a Disney fan, you need to see this. I think you'll want to watch it more than once.